Good morning, Princess, from Disney's Hollywood Studios. What a morning. I'm here primarily for lunch because I really want to try something different at Ronto Roasters. No, I'm sorry, Docking Bay 7. And it's going to be the Batuan pot roast. Yeah, special trip just for that because the Cadu ribs last time were so good. Had to try something else. I stopped to charge up for a little bit, and I was only there for 25 minutes. I got plenty of electrons for the day and tomorrow, and so I don't have to really worry about that until it's time to leave. It is a brisk day here at Hollywood Studios. There is not a cloud in the sky, but it is pretty cold. I still think it's in the low 50s right now, and yeah, it's still pretty cold for me. Not used to this weather yet. It is much colder than it is back home in Miami. I have about 10 minutes to wait for my mobile order to come up, and then after that I'm going to go get dessert, I think at Backlot Express, because they have a velvet, it's not a velvet cupcake, it's a velvet moon pie, a red velvet moon pie with cream cheese filling, and that sounds absolutely delicious. And after that, I don't know, I think I'm going to maybe fly over to one of the resorts to test something out, and we'll see how that goes. I was trying to upload a video this morning, and it was problematic, shall we say, but we finally made it. Okay, I'm gonna head over now because I got about 5 minutes. I want to be there. I'm super, super hungry. And oh, forgot to mention, I witnessed an accident today on the I-4. Literally, like, you know, almost parallel to me. It was far, far, far on the other side. So you know, I wasn't even that close to it. I was just enough to see it, like turn my head like this because I heard something. Yeah, so that was pretty wild. Probably backed things up for a long time. It's too bad. Anyway, I just said I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go and get my lunch now and hopefully enjoy that. Finally, time for lunch at Docking Bay 7, and this is the Batuan pot roast and chocolate milk. And the best part about it so far has been the tray is nice and warm. All right, only because the ribs last time were so good. I don't want to set the bar so high that this pot roast could never achieve it, right? So, not saying I have low expectations. I'm just vocalizing this so I judge this meal on its own and not against the amazingly good meal I had here last time, okay? There, I said it. Let's dig in. About halfway through, and I will say I am really enjoying the Batuan pot roast. It is a comfortable number 3 on the list for Docking Bay 7. Yeah, so it's on par for the quality of food here. It is really good, but the number 1 is still the Cadu ribs, and number 2 is the Ronto wrap, and that number 2 is like right behind it, and then this is just a nice number 3. There's still the chicken tip yip that I have yet to try. We'll definitely do that next year, but I like this, and if the ribs were not available for some reason one day, this right now would be what I would order. Okay, I'm gonna finish up and probably talk some more, even though I'm probably already sick of hearing me talk about food, but I don't know, it's the way it is. But Batuan pot roast, a definite win, even when compared to the ribs. Very, very enjoyable, so it's a buy. And now it's time to think about dessert. So I'm headed over to Backlot Express for the red velvet moon pie with cream cheese filling. Normally, I cannot stand moon pies, but this one sounds really good. And I do still have some chocolate milk left, so I'm gonna take that with me too. It is a beautiful day to be here, and the park is crowded. I took the liberty of already doing my mobile order before I started walking over there, so I can just tap it and get it ready right when I get there. But Star Tours is still only 20 minutes, which usually means a walk-on. For dessert, we have the holiday whoopie pie, which is a red velvet cake and a cream cheese filling. Now, normally, yeah, I think I said this before, don't like whoopie pies because the ones that you get at the gas station are just weird. And no, I'm not confusing them with moon pies, which are equally gross, but I don't know. I guess a whoopie pie. Gotta figure that out. Actually, I should have looked that up. Is it a thing or is it just a cake sandwich? Enjoying the holiday whoopie pie. Yeah, it is very bright and colorful, and they got the flavor profile just right. It is that nice red velvet cake and the cream cheese frosting. I'm still trying to decide if the texture profile was intentional or it just turned out like that. I'm thinking they maybe are trying to contrast the richness of the cream cheese icing with a fluffier cake, which is totally understandable. And if that was the intent, yes, it worked out very well. But I'm used to a much more denser red velvet cake, so that kind of threw me off. But it's really only the texture that threw me off. The flavor is there, and I am very much enjoying it. It is a lot, so this will count as my dessert for the week, although it should, I have plans for tomorrow where I will have dessert, but I'll tell you all about that then. Okay, I like it, right? So if red velvet cake with cream cheese frosting is something that you think you'd enjoy, I definitely would say come and try this, but bring a friend. Okay, finishing up here at Backlot Express, I'm gonna head over to Galaxy's Edge now because there is something very interesting going on. Could mean some really, really awesome things. It's only starting. I'm back in Star Wars land finishing up my refreshing water after lunch. It is super, super bright today. Being all day overcast yesterday, there is not a cloud in the sky right now. And the sun is literally right there. So, anyway, I'm calling it Star Wars land right now because don't know what's gonna happen. The Fandom Menace has been all abuzz over the last few days because of some presentations that Disney has done about the future of Star Wars. And one thing that was quite evident is the sequel trilogy is about to be erased, decanonized, forgotten, gone bye-bye. And this here, what they're calling, at least right now, Batuu, kind of is part of that. So if they are successful, if the new powers that be, the men that are effectively running Lucasfilm right now, get their way, Batuu is going to be just kind of lost in space. So what are we going to get? Well, they're not going to come tear it down. What we're going to get is what it was originally planned. Well, what I hope we're going to get is what it was originally planned to be. And that is, well, right here, Tatooine, and right over there, Endor. So we can only hope. Across all of the new Star Wars series, there's barely a mention of anything that has to do with the sequel trilogy or characters. So they've pretty much been abandoned, and the reason is very simple. The merch did not sell. That's it. Nobody bought the Rey figurines or anything like that. And half the business, and it has been since the beginning, by the way, since way, way back when with the original Star Wars, merch sales were a huge part of that franchise. So this is nothing new, nothing evil Disney is introducing into the mix. But yeah, they just didn't sell because the movies were terrible. Well, no. Force Awakens was pretty good. The rest of them were terrible. But yeah, so hopefully it's going to be very exciting. Hopefully we're going to get the Star Wars land that we all wanted, and it's going to be great, and, you know, can't wait to share it with you, and, you know, share with you something really important from my childhood, not this thing we have here. So, okay, on to next part of the mission. At least we see good old OT Chewbacca. These are actually kind of cool, but really the most shocking thing is the price. Only $50. I definitely thought they would be running a little bit hotter. With the crowds the way they are today, I'm headed out of the park to maybe do my only ride for the day. And that's, of course, a flight on the Skyliner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
there she is.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner.
Now, Princess, I want you to remember something very, very important. Health and fitness are one of the most important gifts that we all can give ourselves. And there's really no substitute for that. And it's actually kind of important when you're dealing with other people. And the thing is, if you're obese, having green hair won't make you attractive to anybody, believe me. But maybe just as important, it allows you, in times like this, which I hope you only read about in ancient history books, to not be afraid of anything and live your life at whatever normal you decide.
And here I am at Disney's Riviera Resort. I came over here just to see if I can connect to some of the things that I would normally need for work, in case I'm maybe at the park and need to do something real quick. I've heard other people saying that when they have to take a break during the day and do something similar, they just come over here or Coronado Springs, and it's pretty easy. So I don't know, I just want to check it out. I stopped by Bar Riva just to check things out. I think I've been here before, not to eat or drink. I think I've been through here before. And this is the view from one of the tables. Right now, I really wish I was hungry. But first, I am going to continue my flight on the Skyliner to Epcot. Always love the Skyliner. But to get back, I'm going to again walk from International Gateway back to Studios on the path after that incredibly decadent and unnecessarily large dessert, the holiday Whoopie Pie. That would definitely be the best option. And it is a beautiful day. The sun is still out. You can see the sky is absolutely clear and gorgeous, and it's still cool. So perfect day to walk. Since last time I took the boardwalk route, this time I'm going to take the Yacht and Beach Club route. Disney World is offering some pretty great deals for pass holders and residents in the coming months. Gonna have to take advantage of a couple. See one, or see if one's available for here or over at Beach Club. Gotta try that pool. Over on the Dolphin side, there is this side walkway, so you don't really have to double back that much. Gives you a great view of the Dolphin, but it does look like this is used more for service vehicles than anything else. Although I do remember walking this path when I stayed here a couple years ago for, oh, that's right. It was the night before my birthday stay at Wilderness Lodge. And if steps is your goal, this is a nice roundabout way to get a few hundred more in. Gotta go all the way around before hitting the bridge over to the Swan side. Well, how about that? The Swan boats are out. And if you thought this was deja vu, no. This is just the other side of the hotel. This is Dolphin still. Same walk all the way around the water, but I'm pretty sure there's a pathway by the pool, so we can go all the way around instead of taking the bridge. I'm thinking some leftover markings from the food festival they do here every year, something I will take in next year for sure. After a great walk from Epcot, I am finally back at Hollywood Studios, and there is the Skyliner humming along, and across the lake past the sun is the Hollywood Tower Hotel. I'm not going to be riding it today, but it is time for Mickey and Minnie. What a great ride on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and what a great way to end my Disney year. Yes, this will be my last trip to Walt Disney World for this year, because Sunday I go back home to Miami, and then I will be home with everybody and you for the holidays, and
planning my return in January. So, it is cold, it is getting dark, and unfortunately the park is not open very late tonight. It closes in less than an hour, so I don't have time for one more attraction, but I'm here, and that's okay, and that is why I am still thankful for my problems.
But I had to say one last goodbye to the Falcon. The one immovable piece of proof that this is Tatooine.